Hey guys, Shane here. Before we jump into this episode of Rinse, I wanted to touch base quickly about something that I'll be doing on May 29th that I think you might be interested in too. It's Defeat Depression's virtual walk and talk for mental health. The virtual part means that you choose the physical activity. You can do this solo or as part of a team or even join mine. For more information on how to donate or to join a team or to join my team, click on the link in the description of this episode, or you can also contact me directly by emailing hostshane@gmail.com. Following episode of Rinse contains language or subject matter that might not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Rinse, Shower for the Soul minisodes with me, Shane Fame Alexander. Cleansing your soul with quick and impactful discussions on health, wealth, and life. Hello, welcome back to Rinse. My name's Shane Alexander, and I have misophonia. Well, not exactly. I haven't been diagnosed, but all the signs are there. What are the signs, and what is misophonia? Let's find out about this together. Misophonia is when people, like me, are affected emotionally by common sounds, usually those made by others and usually ones that people just don't pay attention to. In my case, the trigger sounds are repetitive, like an incoming text notification. My big one would be feet stomping. It creates a fight or flight response that triggers anger and a desire to escape. While many haven't heard of it before, misophonia is a real thing. It compromises our daily lives. Due to the loud, repetitive sounds that are coming from above me, I've been forced to wear earbuds while I'm at home, something I don't especially like to do on a daily basis. Now, this reaction appears to be involuntary. It's physical and emotional reflex by the sound. The stomping directly triggers the automatic nervous system, which is located in the brainstem, and the limbic system, which goes in hand with my emotions. Since it impacts our ability to work under certain conditions, and it impacts our ability to be productive in the workplace, misophonia is actually considered a disability.
It's really no better than television.
I wouldn't know. I never watch television.
Personally, I don't even own a television. Hungry, Diane?
For God's sakes, Michael, just take me home.
So here's a bit of my story. I first noticed that I might have had misophonia during the first lockdown of March 2020. But I disregarded it, as I thought it went deeper than that. I thought it was just my anxiety of being at home all day, every day. I then found the same things happening to me in January. Again, not diagnosed, so I'm still kinda new to this. The biggest obstacle to this whole thing is that I've had to deal with this during COVID. Tips I've picked up along the way. Hacks I used before I even knew there were misophonia hacks. I exercised. Last year around this time, I was getting ready for my first Defeat Depression walk in May. When things got really bad, I escaped. I left the house and went for a long walk. headphones blaring. By the time I returned, I had calmed down. I took up meditation, which I should really get back into doing. I took 10 minutes out of every morning to breathe. Deep ones. I just told myself that this too shall pass, and now I know that it's misophonia, and not the actual sound. Back when I thought it was my anxiety, my dad told me to go to a quiet place. I get it now, as it's a small coping strategy. However, back then, I thought it was unfair for me that I had to change my course of the day because someone else is living theirs. Now I get it, and maybe it's the misophoniac in me that's saying this, but why can't they reduce their sounds if they're aware that's bothering us? Now, here's a tip for those who have loved ones that have misophonia. And let me tell you, don't blame them. Don't make them think it's their fault. Trust me, they don't want to be dealing with this every day. It'll bring them down and cause them grief. They'll then have hatred against you and use all that anger that comes in misophonia attacks towards you. It'll cause even more confusion and stress in their brain, and that's not good. Instead, while knowing it's not your fault, nor theirs, give them space and let them know that you're there for them. Sometimes they may experience a total sensory overload and will just need to get out of the room. It might seem like they're being rude or childish, but they're probably doing it as much for them as they are doing it for you. The main reason why I decided to do this episode of Rinse is to educate myself on misophonia. We're learning about this together. If you have misophonia or know someone who does, let's continue to find the answers and let's share our findings together. Awareness is key. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Rinse. Don't forget to share and leave a review. If you have a suggestion for the show or just want to get in touch, reach out to me personally at hostshane@gmail.com or follow me on social. On Instagram, you can find me at ShaneFameCom or FameFriends. Or on Twitter, it's at FameFriendsPod. Rinse is written and produced by Shane Fame Alexander. Rinse is a Fame and Friends production.